This first one, a popular topic. Jim, this email sent to CornyDriveThru@gmail.com from Matt Osborne, Georgetown, Kentucky. Let me first say I'm a proud member of the cult, and I use my left and right turn indicators.
Good man.
My question is about something recently said from someone, of course, Jim, you know as Stain. Here's the quote. I remember Jim Cornette sitting at Vince McMahon's living room table saying, his exact quote was, Triple H will never draw a dime in this business. Jim Cornette's exact quote. I differed, bro. I thought not only was there a lot of potential in Triple H, not only was he a great athlete, he was such a student of the game. Can Jim confirm the validity of this? What are his memories of Shitstain's opinion of Triple H?
Well, I can confirm exactly what I always confirm about Shitstain, that he's oblivious to his surroundings, and there is some germ of something in there somewhere, but as usual, because Shitstain's mind is not very fertile, it doesn't grow. For one thing, there was no Triple H at that point in time. What there was, what does Triple H stand for, Brian? It's been a long time.
It's been a while. I don't think they have used it on TV in a long time. Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Hunter Hearst Helmsley was a rich snob with his snooty nose stuck up in the air that wore Jerry Seinfeld's puffy shirt and curtsied on his entrance. That's what Triple H was in 1995, 1996, as everybody will recall that was around then. He, in WCW, was the French nobleman Jean-Paul Levesque in, 95, and he went from there to WCW, and the rib was, obviously, his hometown was Greenwich, because that's where Vince lived, and Vince is a rich snob from Greenwich. And Hunter Hearst Helmsley, the Hearst was obviously William Randolph Hearst, and Helmsley was a play on Leona Helmsley, the Queen of Mean, that was huge in the New York news in the 80s as all the...
And
what'd
90s.
she get tried for? And 90s. What'd she get tried for?
Tax evasion.
Tax evasion, just like all the rest of them rich billionaires. So anyway, again... It was Vince's. I'm surprised they don't have a Hunter Hearst Helmsley on NXT 2.0 right now. It was Vince's weird mid-90s fascination with these cheesy gimmicks that nobody believed. And Triple H before he became Triple H, went from Hunter Hearst Helmsley, the curtsying snob, to then, as he got closer to Michaels and he got better friends with him, and he got to drop some of the affectations and mannerisms and all that stuff, they also realized that his name was nonsense. And remember, it was toward the latter part of 97, I think, and they'd started calling him Triple H, actually, I think in the car, and Michaels and the rest of their group at the time, and they started calling him Triple H on interviews, much like Flair started calling Arn Anderson Double A back in the day, and the Triple H stuck. And now when you think about it, but nobody really does, they're used to, okay, there's Triple H. That name makes no fucking sense whatsoever, except that he originally was a nobleman, or not a nobleman, but a rich snootyman from Greenwich, Connecticut. So to beat around the bush about Shitstain, remember when I got on the creative team, I was before Shitstain. I came in about 2 months after Hunter Hearst Helmsley had the pig pen match with Henry Godwin with the pigs and the slop in the pen on pay-per-view. That's where his career was going. And I came in, and then he joined the rest of his friends in pulling the curtain call, and he got run down the fucking card by being punished. But what dipshit, I'll change it up from shit stain, is referring to is, I said, no, neither the fucking guy in the puffy shirt and the curtsy, nor the guy in the fucking pig pen, nor really anybody named Hunter Hearst Helmsley is going to draw 15 cents in Chinese money, because it's all been silly and stupid. But when he got in with Michaels and got under that protection, and then Russo, because he was the only one that was actually happy that they had exposed the business and made everybody pissed off and looked like a joke, he continued to be behind him. My thought was, and I told him this, Triple H, face to face, when he apologized to me for the curtain call, because as you'll recall, he had to, as part of his penance, go to everybody in the office and on the roster and apologize for being involved in the curtain call. And of course, then later on, we found out he didn't mean it. He never meant it. He was just doing that because he was told to.
He said it outright that he didn't mean it.
He said it outright that he didn't mean it. Yes, and I knew he didn't mean it, and that's why I never really cared for him after that. But I told him at the time, I said, look, you obviously have the physical tools, you've got the size, you've got the look, and you like the wrestling business. He was a big fan of Flair, et cetera, et cetera. Why he did all the shit to make it phony, I don't know. But I said, just, keep your head down. Don't get in trouble. The other guys didn't get punished because of who they were, and you're getting punished because you don't have any fucking pull. But you'll come out of this, and hopefully they will give you something that you can run with instead of the fucking, the curtsy. And that's always been my opinion. That was the opinion of him at start. I never said to shit stain, no, this guy will never draw a dime. I said the gimmicks they'd given him wasn't promising. And also, I stand by what I've said because I've said it a million times, which doesn't mean that he was never a draw in the business. He was never the guy. He was the guy that worked with the guy that drew the money. I'm talking about Steve Austin, Undertaker, fucking The Rock, whoever, the guy. Triple H, in my opinion, never attained the iconic status, but he was the guy that could work and could do everything and could put the match together and work with the guy that drew the fucking money. That doesn't mean that he ain't never going to draw a dime in this business. And I guarantee you, during the time that they pushed him to the moon in the WWF, if you'd put him in the main event of any other wrestling promotion's program, it would have tripled their business. But he still didn't put up Austin and Rock numbers, nor have the belovedness of the Taker or or Hulk Hogan or a few others.
No, and I think his title run in the early 2000s actually drove away a lot of fans who got a little tired of the endless monologues and Triple H destroying everyone, whether it's a top singles wrestler or tag team champions, 2-on-1, whatever it was. It got to be a bit much.
Okay, and then now, but see, that is the kind of push that they're giving to Wheeler Yuta in AEW. That kind of push worked for Triple H because he had the fucking personality and the fucking look and the size and the physique and etc. And also the right wife. But you've got to pick carefully who you give a monster push like that to, because even if they're good, a lot of times people react negatively to it if it goes on too long. But at least, sometimes it works, but you've got to be picky with who you start with.
So just to clarify before we move on, you're saying the comment you made was Hunter Hearst Helmsley will never draw money, which is different than Paul Levesque will never draw money in the wrestling business.
Exactly.
And Triple H was not a name anyone used yet.
No, Triple H, look it up, but I know it was sometime in late 97, I bet, before they started calling him Triple H. He was Hunter Hearst Helmsley for a while. So, he, as I said, he slowly dropped the trappings of the Hunter Hearst Helmsley thing as he got more pull and better friends that could protect him. But it was a process to get rid of that.